Okay. First, I will do a short presentation of you, and then you can add something.
Okay.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I'm here with Roland Veres. I call him Roli or Rolchi. I don't know. It might depend. He's an amazing fighter, and Roli, you are 5 times world champion
Yeah, in senior,
in senior.
Yeah.
Okay, and a lot more in
in
junior.
juniors and cadets also. Yeah.
Nice, but you only count the seniors.
Yeah. For me is the senior is the medal.
Nice. Actually, you also one of my favorite people and also one of my favorite athletes.
Thank you very much.
I really feel like you taking me under your wings when I come here to Hungary. When I have a question about anything in kickboxing, you just answer me and take care of me. I'm very, very happy about that. And also, I feel like I can understand what you're telling me. Not that you speak English and I understand, but the way you explain things
Mhm.
makes it so simple for me. So I just want to tell you thank you a lot for that.
Thank you very much for this kind words
Uh,
for me.
So let's start with your hand. What happened?
And my hand is broken because it was a tournament for boxing. It's a big Hungarian tournament, and I fought with the Belgian fighter. He actually very good, and one left hand landed in the wrong way, so my hand is broken now. But 2 weeks and it will be off. So after I can start the practice with my hand, and after I can start the practice with my hand, then the European Championship in boxing is soon.
Okay.
So I have to start the training really fast.
Okay, and what can you do now to prepare yourself even with the broken hand?
It's 3 days ago, the doctor said I can start the training. It's like running and cardio and movement, moving training. I can punch with my first hand. And it's very good because in the fighting it's very important things. So I have to practice my first hand even better. Than it's very good thing. It's very good actually. So it's a normal training for me.
Nice. Okay, this is really cool. How long time ago since it happened?
It's 4 weeks in my hand, and 2 weeks more, so 6 weeks all time.
Nice. Okay. I have to ask you this. I heard a story about tomatoes.
Yeah.
Is it true?
Which one?
That you choose to learn the defensive back fist.
Yeah.
You were having a tomato in your hand.
Yeah.
And is it true?
Is it like yes? I was young and we learned, and it was like a practice, like I have to catch, go down and punch. But of course it's just a joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the joke was if you had a tomato in your hand and it would break.
Yeah.
It was the wrong technique.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And can you tell me a little bit more about it?
Like maybe you heard a bad story, but it was like a hamburger for and the practice was like I have to catch the last hamburger, and because everyone wants to eat this hamburger, and this is the last in the world, and I really want to eat it. That was the practice. So I have to catch the last hamburger in the world. I have to give it. It's mine. I don't give no one. And then just because everyone is coming and attack me, I just pull back. This is your hamburgers. So that's how I learned the defensive back fist. Yes. That it's a small group. It was in small group. I was like 6-7 years of age, and you know when the guys are kid, I know because I try to teach them now. You have to explain the things like they understand, and they know it. So I try to, and that's the shame how I learn it.
Okay, this is so cool. So your coach told you there is the last hamburger in the whole world.
In the world, and you have to just bring it, but everyone attack you, so just put it back.
Nice. Okay, I have to remember that. That's a really good one.
Okay.
I think it would work with me as well.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Um, so you grew up with all three Veres brothers. There's Alex, Richie, and you.
Yeah,
How was
hard. And it
it?
was two more sisters,
Oh yeah, that's true.
Mercedes and Beata.
That they both were in point fighting also.
Yes, Beata
Wow.
was pole fighting also, but she was more better in eye contact,
Mhm,
and she was more better in kung fu.
mhm.
So she was a kung fu world champion, and Alex and Richie also was a kung fu world champion, and Mercy also was a kung fu world champion. I just started kickboxing. I never do kung fu, but they do both. So they are also the world champion in kung fu.
Wow.
And you know, we just do practice all day at home. We was like 5, but we do the team fight 4. Mercedes always beat me when I was young, and Richie and Alex fight always. A lot of time Richie won because he was older this time, and the team was like Richie and me, Alex and Mercedes, because Mercedes beat me, Richie beat Alex, then it's 1-1. Then maybe we do the rock paper scissors or something like that.
That sounds like a lot of kickboxing in your
we
home.
do all stuff at home. When I go to the gym, I was already blitzer and then kicker, so I learn at home everything. Then I start here again.
Nice. Wow. And you were the youngest?
Yes.
So they beat you up a lot?
Yes. I'm the youngest and the cleverest.
Okay. Because you could learn everything. They could make all the mistakes and you could just...
I always tell I just need to walk the road what they step for me.
That's so smart. I actually heard this once, that as an athlete, you can look at it like you are in the jungle the first time. And it's so hard because you need, the machete, you need to cut everything down. But soon you have the small road you can work on. And then you start putting the bricks and the road is getting better and easier. And when you are a pro athlete like you have a whole highway. You have like the tank station, you know where everything is optimized.
I'm very, very lucky guy because in the team was like Joel, the Gumbers, Imre, so Christian. So they just show me the road, how I have to go, where I have to go. I see sometimes they do the mistake and I don't need to do this same mistake because they show me the mistake. So I'm more lucky than these guys.
This is so nice. Yeah. And still, I wouldn't say you are lucky because I know you are so much hard work.
Yeah, that's what István teach me when I was young. So in the curly team, we understand only the hard work. If someone is not working, he have to go out of the gym. So here always hard work and focus, dedication. That's what we have to do.
Nice, really nice. Kickboxing is a very complex sport.
Yes.
There is 1,000 things you can start doing to become a better kickboxer.
Yeah.
So how do you decide what you want to get better at, and then how do you get better at that thing?
I think it's starting for the beginning. So you have to first learn every technique correctly. The movement is very important. How you move. You have to be a good mover in kickboxing. It doesn't matter you are a kicker or a puncher or a defender. You have to move correctly and the good way. You have to break your opponent concentration with your movement. And after, if you know every technique, then you can make your fighting style and feel the distance, because in a point fighting, in the kickboxing, I think the most hard thing is feel the correct distance, what you can do or in your position and what you can do in this distance. This, like if you are 11, 12 years of age, that's how you really have to fix your distance. After, if you feel the distance and you are good, then you can do the fake, you can do exercise like you break other guys' concentration, because at end of the day it's matter how you make a score, because you have to be more score than the other guys, and you have to just break your opponent concentration. What I don't like this time in kickboxing, how I see it's I think it's changed a little bit, and now the guys don't break other guys concentration movement, and they just do the like they're just fighting and they are making the mistake. But in the last times when very big guys fighting, in my eyes they was very good fighters, they make the opponent to make a mistake, not make the mistake.
Yeah,
that's the difference, I think, now and in the past.
okay, this is very interesting, because I think I've seen examples of this, that you can give points, so the person is making mistake, or you can take points, so that means no matter what happens, you get the point.
Yeah,
you take the point. But can you tell us an example of how you can break this concentration?
Yeah, of course. It's I think it's all of the movement, all of the tactic. So when you're starting the fight, you have to feel your opponent, what he can do. He's a defender, he's a kicker, he's a kick and puncher. So what he is a fighting style. After, if you know that, after this analyzing, after this you know that, you have to just fix what is his mistake. He's afraid of the leg. He's afraid of he can't wait and he always waits. So you can just do the defense, or he has a bad defense. After this analyzing, you have to go and pressure him his mistake. Like he's afraid of kicking. Doesn't matter. You are not a big kicker. You have to kick. If you are a bad kicker, you have to kick only just one kick. But if one kick is coming, he forget everything what he want to do, and he have to start again the concentration. So that's things what have to do in a fight, in the moment. So like boom, just one fake, he's already died in the mind. So after the fake, you can blitz, something like that.
This is amazing. But so you are telling me that good, like if you are at a tournament, even in your category, you fight against really good people, but still you can find their mistakes like this, that they are afraid of the kick or they are bad.
Yeah, for me it's 10 seconds or 15 seconds enough for me to know. Of course, I know the guys already in my category, so I don't need to analyze them. But if some guys are coming and they are new, I never feel like I will I will win and I don't need to do nothing. So I never do this. I always give the respect. Maybe if someone sees not true, but I always give the respect of my opponent, and I give my 100%. And if I feel I can win, then I know my way and I do it. But in the beginning, I always do my 100%.
Nice. Okay. And so for me, I cannot understand if someone is afraid of the kick or the blitz. So how can you learn this to realize what's happening in the opponent's mind?
Of course, it's starting with the first fake in the fight. So when you are starting to fight and you just make your first, like for example, blitzing fake, and you see his opponent is like react some bad
surprised.
Yeah, he's surprised. Then you know that he's not a defender one.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you start the fake and he just jump back and he's ready for the defense, then you know that he can do the defense. So you will be more fake. You have to kick and punch, so you have to break him if you want to blitz him. Or you just do one kick and he's just starting to go back, or you just do one kick and he step in. Then you know that he's not afraid. He is a good stepping fighter. Or if you just start a kick and he just start to move around the tummies, and you know and you see his face. He's afraid. He's not 100 ready for do the technique. So then you know that he's some mistakes they are. Nice. Then you can do the technique.
This is very smart. This is almost a little bit like an elimination game. So you try this, oh, and there you find the weak spot. And
Yeah.
then you go for
Yeah.
it.
Now, because I broke my hand,
Mhm.
I started to play chess.
Yes.
And I really like now these things, the chess, because it's like a kickboxing for me. So I always like in my life things, then I can be the kickboxer fighter also,
Yeah.
or a boxer now. So the chess is very good because you're starting to do things, you attack or defense, what is the tactic now, you have to be ready. If you do the mistake, then you will lose. So it's like the same. It's every fight for me, it's in the head.
Yeah. And I always say that point fighting is like a game of chess, but now you do also other kickboxing and boxing, and all of them is like this.
I think yes.
Yeah.
I hope so. Now I see guys who are very successful, and they are not thinking, they are not analyzing, they are just strong, or they are just fast, or they have some skills what very improved. But end of the day, I think the best one is who can thinking, who can analyze. I hope so.
Yeah. I hope so too. Nice. Okay. And why are you not at the kickboxing tournaments anymore? As a fighter, we don't see you fight anymore.
Yeah, it's a hard question. Now I start boxing, and I really enjoy it because of the Olympic Games.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to win the Olympic gold medal in Paris. That's my dream. That's why I'm working for. It's very hard for not fighting in kickboxing, because you know that I'm always on the tournament if I have time, and I see the fights. I really want to fight. I feel I can fight. So I see the guy's mistake and I can be angry now. Why I don't fight? I can do this. I can do this. You know, it's all my head when I see fighting. But I always want to be Olympic champion. That's my one of the biggest dream.
Yeah.
It's not about money. It's not about nothing. It's about the something what I want, and I want to get it. All is that. So that's why I start boxing to make faster Olympic champion, and I hope so that Paris will be a nice memory for me. Of course, it's hard way. It's different sport.
Yeah.
And I have to do a lot of things. Now I think now I'm in a good way, but of course the qualification of the Olympic Games is also hard.
Yes.
So I try my best.
Nice. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
And you cannot do both?
It's hard, because it's always camp for boxing. I'm always different country. I was in Moscow. I was in Ukrainian also. I was a lot of place. I learned in Italy. I learned a lot of new skills, new things. I can do. Now I'm a better boxer. So I can do this in kickboxing. I can use what I learned in kickboxing, of course. But we will see what the future give. I hope so that kickboxing will be Olympic champions, Olympic sport in 28. That's my dream also. So after 24 in Paris, maybe in Los Angeles, I can come back for kickboxing.
That would be very cool.
Yeah, that's very cool. And I always a guy who's dreaming. I all the time dreaming, and I always starting something new, something what impossible, what the guys say impossible. So that now, what few days ago I starting to think the fencing. I really like fencing.
But again, it's because you realize you can learn the small things that you can implement everywhere, right?
Yeah, and how I see the fencing, of course, it's it's not really humble what I say now. I know, but I can do some skills in fencing also. So I'm good mover. I can use my leg good. I think I'm very good fighter in the mind. I'm tactically good.
Yes.
I can react fast. So fencing is and it's a very nice, beautiful sport. So, but of course now I always focus for boxing 24. It's because I'm always dreaming and I always start something new that I always have to say myself, now you do this and you have to concentrate for this.
Yes.
And after, if you get it, if you are a winner, then you can go forward where you want. But first, you have to win what you need.
Nice. It's really cool. I just imagine you in the fencing because I see the similarity, but still it's different. So I just imagine you with the long, what is it called? The sword?
Sword, yeah.
Yeah, and just that it's not the sword that's hitting you, it's like the hand that's on the other person's face.
You know, when we was young, István always tell, it's point fighting is fencing. Mm-hmm. Just we fencing with hand and like.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But of course, in Hungary, we have a lot of good champions in fencing.
Yes, definitely.
They are very good.
Yeah. Okay. So your goals now is the Olympics in 24.
Yeah, that's my dream.
Yeah, nice. I just know you will make it. Okay, so let's try to see if you can say 3 things that are the reason why you are this amazing kickboxer today. If you should limit it to just 3 things, what would it be?
Hard work is the first one. Mm-hmm. Dedication. Mm-hmm. And I don't give up. Mm. That's very important, I think, because a lot of good fighters was in my whole career. So I see guys who was very good. I see guys who was better than me when I was young. Mm-hmm. But not everyone can do the hard work, and a lot of guys just quit, and who give up. They don't will be a good fighter. So the good fighter is the best fighter is in the world who can give 20 years, a whole career, hard work and dedication, not just who just, for me, who is in the top 4 years, 2 years, is not a greatest fighter, not a great fighter. He's sometimes hell of the fighter is coming for 1 year, for 2 years, and they just quick, they're just finished. But for me, like I was the first champion for when I was 9 years old. Yeah. And I was world champion in 20 also. So you have to see forward and see the future also. So don't give up. That's, I think, one of the important things.
This is a really good advice. I also feel this when I'm at the tournament. I'm new in kickboxing, fairly new, not like you since I was 10 years old, but there are some people that I can see that they are not in it for the long game. They are not prepared. They show up, they are lazy. They get angry when they lose. You know, they don't deal with the situations very well. And I know that these are not the people I have to worry about because they will not be there in 2, 3, 4, 5 years when I want to do something big.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. For example, I don't respect the talent, you know. So for some people say I'm big talent, but I don't say I'm not a talent. So I'm a hard worker. Mm-hmm. So like guys coming and they can punch in the first training. They are very good mover. They can kick in the first week, and they are very good fighter after 1 month. They guys really don't understand the hard work. Yeah. So I think who will be very good fighter is just up to us who never give up and always do the hard work. And the hard work always pay off. So that's what I think all of the fighters have to do.
Don't give up and do hard work. I like this. Okay, now let's move on to, this is actually a talk we had some months ago. You just lost a fight in boxing. And why I'm mentioning this is because I think this is very important. I think this is one of the reasons you are this good of a fighter. because you lost the fight, very important. Of course, you were sad, maybe also angry. But the thing that was the most important is that you could tell me everything that happened in the fight. What happened in the first round, the second round, the third round, what was you and your coach talking about, what was going on inside of you, what was the opponent doing, what were you doing. You could say everything in detail. And I think this is the reason why you are one of the reasons why you're also so good, that the fight is not over when the fight is over. You still take it home, you still work on it, you analyze it,
Yeah,
you bring it back to training.
of course. Yeah.
So can you tell us how do you start doing that? How do you learn doing these things?
I think it's all of the mentality. So I'm mentally strong, and few months ago I started working with one sport psychologist, and they give me a lot of exercise, and I start to make it, and I feel this when I fight. It's very good feeling when you are do this exercise and you are ready to fight, really ready, so you can be in Hungary. We say that you are in flow. So when you are in flow, it's you can do everything what you can. And a lot of fighters mistake is they can do what they actually can do.
Yeah, that is so true.
So for me, I think if I lose in boxing, is not because of I can't do what I can, but for these times, if I losing, is that because I'm not the better fighter at the moment. But it's very lucky because now I think in boxing world, just few of the guys can beat me now. So how I see now, I'm confident now, because the last fight was the very good fighter who who knocked out the world champion, and I fought this guy, and I just beat him with one hand, because it's broken my second. So I just fought with the first, and I beat him. So now I'm more confident. I feel now I understand this game also. So I now I understand what I have to do, what I can do. So now I can fix in my hand, in my mind, what's my mistake, what I have to learn, what's my good skills, what I have to more. And that's now I feel like the European Championship is coming in May, and I feel I will be ready.
Nice. This is really cool. I literally just posted a video before I came here saying that I don't care about your physical abilities if you don't have the mindset to back it up when you have to do it, right?
Yeah.
This is exactly what you're talking about. How come that you got a mental coach? Like what was the reason? Because I think it's a thing that a lot of people are maybe thinking about, but maybe they think it's not cool, or I don't know.
Yeah, but I think in this time, in this world, if you're athlete, you have to do. So in this world, without him, I was also strong, I think, in my head. But because Istvan was a very good sports psychologist also. Yes. So he can, when he teach me something, he say not just my body, to my mind also. So I understand everything, what is the game, how we play the game. So I can feel everything what is the game. But these guys are more like a life helper. So they give you tips in the normal life, not the tips like what you do in the training. They give me like how I do before the day, before the fight. So I have exercise. Yes. What I do before the fight. I have exercise before most of the tournament. I have exercise for the fight. What words I tell myself when I'm fighting. So I have a lot of exercise of what I use. Of course, I have to write a lot of things, and they give me this, and that's how I be better. Now I feel I don't do kickboxing now because of boxing, but I feel now I'm in this time. This Roland Veres is the best kickboxer Roland Veres also. So if I have to go back to kickboxing, then I can go back at the moment, I think.
This is amazing. I hope that people are listening to this, because this is so important, that like what's going on in your brain can hold you back from actually performing and doing the things that you can already do. You just said it, you can do it, just your mind is keeping you from doing it.
Yeah.
I was actually some months ago, I was here and I couldn't do the training. I don't know, maybe I had an injury. So I tried to stand on the ball. I tried to stand on it. And it was funny because if I said I cannot do it, I would fall. And if I say I can do it, I can start going up. So everything is inside your mind.
Of course, of course. A lot of people say it's something what is like big face or it's not humble when some people are confident. But I think when I was younger, lots of people try to say something like this for me. But for me, it's not something like humble or not. It's something like confident or not. Of course, you can be the other way. You can be the worst way, but you have to confident. You have to be. So you have to understand that you can do what you want, and you can change when you want. You can do everything what you want if you work for it, and if you feel you can do it. If you have I just like, for example, if I go to the world championship, I always tell everyone how we won 4 world titles. And people say, no, you can't do that, you can't do that. And like, I'm only the guy who do it in seniors. So nobody does it. So that's how I do it. But before that, I do like European titles. I won 4. I tell the guys, and they said, okay, you are lucky if you do this with words and in only the same time in the same tournament, then you be better. If you do this, other people say now, okay, you are not really good now, try this. And after, so not you have nothing to do other guys. So because they people always can do negative if you want, but you have to just focus what you want and how you can do it. And if you know the way how you can do it, you have to go just walk off them.
This is so true. This is why I saw you yesterday. You were writing on your thingy, and I asked, what did you write? And now I know why you wrote it, because you're talking about confidence.
Yeah.
And confidence is about what you're telling yourself, and you will do the things you believe you will do. And you wrote kings do king things.
Yes.
Because this is so true. This is also on, for example, TikTok, it's a lot of people are talking about being that girl, this talented girl who is a businesswoman and all of these things. But the only reason she is that is because she puts herself in places where she belongs into this environment, right? Kings do king things. So if you want to be a king, act like a fucking king. Like, yeah. This is so interesting.
Yes, it's all of that. So like 2 weeks ago, I dreamed when I was slept, I dreamed I will be the Olympic champion, and it feeling, it was very very good feeling. So I can't say the word what I feel that, and like I just don't wake up, and I want to sleep more, and I feel this feeling. That's what I'm working for. So I really want to be an Olympic champion.
I can understand that. Okay, what fight are you most proud of?
That's a good question.
This was from Instagram, actually. Someone asked it.
I don't know. Maybe some of the Grand Champions fight in maybe the Pond Fighting Cup Grand Champion in Milan, because maybe not just a fight, maybe the tournament. So that tournament was one of the good for me. So I won the Grand Champion title. I won the one title. I won 57-63. So I just won everything there. So but a lot of good tournament and a lot of good memory in my had some boxing fight also when I beat the under 22 European champion in boxing in my third fight maybe or something like that. That was very good. Also be a Hungarian champion in boxing after 7 months. That also I'm very blessed. So when I'm thinking of my fights, of my career, when I have time to sit down and just playing with my memory, then I'm always feel I'm very blessed. So I can say that's very true. If I just finished today my career, I already won everything because I beat what guys I want to beat. I won what I really want. Of course, the Olympic titles really need for me, but my life is very happy because I learned what I want and I living in my dream. So it's all what I want.
Sorry, I'm just getting a call. Amazing. You mentioned a lot of fights, and what do you think is the similarity between these moments? Is it maybe the process that took you there? Is it because it was a hard opponent or because there was a lot of opponents? What do you think?
I always loved the camp, the training before the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So the all journey, I think, is the best things. So now I speak with the guys, come back for the last time for the kickboxing, just train with them. Like I train with Jolt now. Sometimes if he's here, if my hand was okay, I just feel the things, and training is the most nice thing, I think. If I know I do everything in training, I know I will win. So the whole journey, what the beginning of the tournament. The tournament is what you have to do, but the training to be better, to be stronger, to be faster, week by week, and mentality ready. It's or you make your weight also. So all things step by step. I think the nice things.
This is really interesting.
Yeah, the journey. I think it's.
Yeah. So when you stand on the podium, you don't think about the last 30 minutes where you won the title. You think about the last 4 weeks when you were working for the title. Yeah.
Yes.
This is amazing.
Yeah, I always thinking of the training. I just love training now in boxing because I know I can learn new things, and it's very 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 good feeling. Like now I feel I'm like 14 years old. Well, I can learn again new things, and it's like very good feeling. Learning is always good, so always never stop learning.
Exactly. Okay. I don't know how much time we spend on this interview, but yeah, I just have 3 questions left.
All right.
Let's do another 3 things. So what do you think is the 3 most important things if you want to become a good kickboxer? Maybe it's the same like you already mentioned. What if we say specifically to point fighting? What do you think is 3 most important things if you want to be a good point fighter?
If you want to be a good point fighter, I think you have to fast reaction time. Mm-hmm. So you have to react, and not just the body. I mean in the mind. Mm-hmm. So you have to react quickly what's happening and what is the good technique at the moment. And I think this is the first. So you have to be good reaction. You have to be good mentality. This is the first one. The second, how I fight, how I like to play this game is make something what you want to do and push the things to your opponent mind. So I mean, if I want to make a defensive techniques, I just play with my opponent I just give him the count to blitz me, and that's how I defend him. So a lot of time I jump earlier to make the defensive technique before my opponent blitz, because I play with his mind, and that's how I can defend him. So you have to break and you have to play your opponent mind. That's the second one. And the third one is, of course, you have to work really hard. This is one of the third one. So in the training is, Istvan always tell us, here is the world champion final. So train like you are in the world champion final. If you don't train like this, when you are in the final, for example, you will always fight how you train. If you train like in the final of the world championship, you will be all fight is the world championship final. So that's how you have to work, I think.
This is so true. And this is also what you do here in the Kirai team compared to other places where I've trained is everything we do here is a real fight situation.
Yeah.
No one is holding a thing and you have to do the stop kick on that. No, it's movement, fakes, and then the stop kick, then the blitz.
Point fighting is all about situation, I think. Kickboxing also. So you have to situation practice. You have the situation fighting style. You have to fight at home like you are in the final, you are in the tournament. So if you don't do this, you can practice the normal technique also, but if you practice in the training like this, like kicking, and some guys just help us, it's not the kick what you will do in the fighting. Mm-hmm. So if you're kicking in the situation like a normal fighting, it will be the same when what you're kicking in the tournament. Yeah. So that's why I think it's more important. It's all about situation playing.
Who is your biggest idol right now and why? Athlete.
I think that my biggest idol is myself for 5-10 years. Nice. In the future. I always love to see guys. I always I never say that he's not good. I have a lot of idols. I always see guys who are very good, and I always say he's very good. And like Lomachenko now in boxing, he's the king, I think. But Lionel Messi as an athlete for me is the greatest. But like Kobe Bryant is one of the greatest also. So Michael Jordan, Usain Bolt, something like the big Michael Phelps, some like the big guys who do what they want. That's for me the biggest motivation.
Okay, and the last one. What is one thing that you can do right now if you want to become a world champion in kickboxing?
How I start?
No, so like one advice. So to someone who is listening, mm-hmm. What is one thing that they can start doing right now if they want to become a world champion?
I think now is 3 things. What very, very important is the mentality, so the sports psychologist. The second one is the body, so cardio. Mm-hmm. Running and make your cardio, doesn't matter the training. The training is what you learn, but your body have to train out the training also. So the cardio, how I learn now, how I feel now, the cardio is one of the important things. And the third one is all training is a world champion finance to train us. That's 3 of them: mentality, cardio, and world championship final everything.
Nice. Imagine what a world champion looks like and then train like the world champion.
Yeah.
Nice. That was it. Do you have more? Do you have something you would like to add or talk about? Any questions?
No, a lot of guys ask me my Instagram, mm-hmm. But my telephone is off now. How I say?
You want to start it? Or what did they ask?
Something like, why are you good, or something like this. Uh-huh. A lot of questions, but I think we answer it now.
Okay.
So for me it's fine.
Okay, perfect. I think the whole interview is dead now because the phone died. But that happens.
Yes, but when we speak, it was online.
Yeah. And Oli, where can people find you if they want to get to know you better?
Instagram, of course.
What's your name?
Roland Royal Veres is my nickname.
Nice.
And YouTube channel. Today I will post one YouTube episode also.
Nice. About what?
About it's a training motivation video.
Nice.
Because
English or Hungarian?
English, but not a lot of speak.
Okay.
It's more like a training and more like a fighting highlights.
Nice.
A lot of times watching like this training motivation, like Canelo, Pacquiao, Mayweather, Usain Bolt, and they always motivate me, and that's why I want to make my motivation video. Maybe I can motivate some guys also. So that's why I will do this, and I hope we will post today.
Nice, amazing. This is actually one of the things I also have a mental coach, and he asked me to make a video of my highlights because this is what can get me in a good situation before a fight.
Yeah, so, I always watch my highlights before the fight. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, good. Can people ask you a question if they have a question for you? Can they?
All the time.
Nice. And I know that he answered because he always answers. Yeah.
All the time. If I can help, I will help.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Roland Royal Veres. Okay.